Good evening and welcome to Truth and Transparency. Hello and welcome to Truth and Transparency. Good afternoon, welcome to the Transparency. Welcome to Truth and Transparency. Not sure if this is working,
but today is not a day to celebrate. With the arrest of Richard M. Allen of Delphi. Take care, Miss Vargas. See you soon, Miss Vargas. Paparazzi, stop. What is up, guys? Welcome. Sorry for the pushback delays. It was well worth it, though. I had to do something. Let's take a look at the do this way. Let's take a look at this email I want to talk about. Again, how are we feeling? Good. Do you guys like that pumpkin? Get your pumpkin on. All right. Well, all right, so let's see. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. All right, this is Exhibit I. I'll zoom in for you guys. Again, good evening. How are we feeling? I'm still, fighting the sickness, so I'm not going to be on that long. Hope you guys had a great day. I am going to end the live, though, with a boom for Joe Cannon. Fuck yeah for Joe. Happy for him. Let's see. Okay. I'll do my best not to dox the world here. So, all right. I want to show you guys something that I think is just complete and utter crap. In case you guys don't know, but October 6th, this is when Richard Allen's defense team decides to write Nick and the judge and say, hey, we're just going to bring some stuff to your attention. Good afternoon, Judge. Andy and I wanted to touch base with you before the end of the week. The issue revolves around the possibility that some of the crime scene photos have been leaked, so to speak, and are in the hands of the public. There is most certainly a photo of the F tree that is floating around in public. The photo itself is not overly disturbing, but the concept that it is in the hands of the public is of concern. Of greater concern is the fact that a local content creator by the name of Rick Snay, I think he is the guy that came in the live that I had. Was he the guy that came into my live and was like Delphi After Dark, like straight up losing his shit? Well, Ricky, looks like I was righty. Oh, Rick, it's okay. But you made your way into an email. I just think it's kind of cool. Be proud. You know, they say So Rick came in here losing his load. Don't know why. Um, um, but anyways, this of greater concern is the fact that a local content creator by the name of Rick Snay has apparently communicated to the public that he has copies of the crime scene photos. Remember, guys, I talked about that. I am attaching a copy of the communication that was forwarded to one of our staff members by an uninvolved third party. It was not me. We just learned of this in the last hour. I immediately called Nick and informed him of the circumstances. Turns out Nick, slick back pony, he's known about this for the past 24 to 30 hours or so. He informed me that they are looking into the matter. The primary purpose of this email is to communicate our concerns with the situation. We most certainly did not leak this information. We wanted to make sure we got out ahead of this and informed the court as well as Nick in the event these pictures found their way onto the internet. This might be a circumstance which requires the court's attention. I say that in terms of conducting some inquiry into the source of this information leak. Otherwise, Andy and I are both available for a phone call if necessary. Nick informed me earlier that he too was available for a phone call throughout the weekend if necessary. And boom. Like, totally simple. Great email, right? Awesome. One would think that was perfect. Well, Sugar Tits, Miss Gall, Judge Gall, she said on October 8th, which would be well over 24 hours, okay? She said, good morning, gentlemen. So October 8th, that was the 6th. Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you for passing this troubling information along to me. I am quite disturbed by this new development. Since Nick has been made aware of the information, I am making some assumptions that I would like to respond to. Number one, I assume, but see, like my parents taught me that you should never assume because you always make an ass out of you or me. Okay. So I thought this was crazy when I saw like a judge was going to assume stuff, like I would never, whatever. Number one, I assume that law enforcement is investigating. Investigating what? Oh, this apparent leak. Oh, number two, I assume the local contact, creator, Rick Snay, has been interviewed. I assume the individuals named Annie, and Kevin have been interviewed. Now, I assume law enforcement has demanded the return of the photographs in the possession of Rick Snay, Annie, and Kevin. Who the fuck is Annie and Kevin out of the blue? Like, I didn't see Richard Allen's defense team talk about it. I just saw one name. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't see that. Like, what's up? Is there some like ex parte communication going on here? Was there a phone call? We'll find out. I assume that Brad and Andy have provided the name of their staff member and the uninvolved third party to Nick for interview by law enforcement. I recall our communication back in December of 2022 regarding an email from Andy to Brad, which contained discovery information, but was sent to the wrong quote-unquote Brad in Andy's address book. Has that individual been interviewed? Could that be the source of the leak? I am also recalling a bill I received from Brad and Andy for duplication of exhibits by a vendor, which I disallowed. Is it possible that vendor is involved? Brad and Andy should share the name of that vendor and the date that vendor was hired to Nick and or law enforcement for investigators as a possible source of this leak. Oh, whoops. There's more. Continuing on, these local content creators are not journalists and have no right to claim any type of privilege. Oh, God, she is a fool. Indiana, shame on you guys. They should divulge to the law enforcement who they got these photographs from to allow law enforcement to continue to investigate. Photographs must be returned to law enforcement. If they refuse to turn them over voluntarily, I will issue an order directing the immediate return, or they will be subject to contempt of court. That contempt will result in an immediate arrest and incarceration until such time as the photographs are returned. This is a drastic measure I should not have to take, but will if necessary. Okay. Well, each of you have numerous staff and assistants helping with your work. I am also assuming that you all trust those individuals to maintain the integrity of the case and that you are confident none of those individuals are involved. Please let me know at your earliest convenience what your thoughts are moving forward. Okay, perfect. Well, now it should be noted that in order to be very point, so how this worked is email on the 6th, email on the 8th that you just heard. Then there was a phone call, a phone conversation on the 10th. Then, ladies and gentlemen, this is October 11th. This letter, Dear Judge Gall from Richard Allen. And in it, this should tell you what was said on that phone conversation. In this email, right here. His attorney has also communicated to me that the prosecutor has requested that my attorneys be disqualified from representing me in this case. So that was totally brought up, and it was totally mentioned because here, Richard Allen was told what was going on. Richard Allen writes the judge right here, please accept this letter as confirmation that I have communicated with my attorney regarding the circumstances regarding the leaking of sensitive information in this case. I am aware that images of crime scene photos and other related documents were taken by a friend and former employee of Attorney Baldwin at Attorney Baldwin's office. I have discussed with Attorney Rossi that the potential impact the distribution of these documents could have on my defense. This is when he said he communicated that the prosecutors were requesting that they be disqualified. I do not want this to happen. I want Mr. Baldwin and I want Mr. Rossi to continue to represent me until this case is resolved one way or another. I believe they are acting in a manner that is in my best interest. I appreciate your time and consideration to this matter. Okay, perfect. Then October 12th comes. And she says, I'm scheduling a hearing for October 19th. And you, she says, and you guys. So this is how it goes. Before she says she's scheduling this meeting in, this hearing at 4:00 in the morning on October 12th, none other than Nicholas Slickback Pony McLeland decides to write an email at 4:07 a.m. because he has just gotten off of a stripper's lap and he is ready. Here we go. Judge and gentlemen, it is currently 3:53 a.m. and I just got off the phone with ISP. from the phone conference that the four of us had on Tuesday afternoon, October 10th, Andy Baldwin informed us that Mitch Westerman went into his conference room sometime in August and took pictures of evidence in this case and then leaked or forwarded those to an individual by the name of Robert Fortson. Robert Fortson then leaked or forwarded them on down the chain, and eventually it was made public that the documents were leaked. Robert Fortson lives in Fishers, Indiana, and is employed as a civilian Title 32 technician at the Fort Wayne U.S. Force Base. Serious shit. As part of the investigation, an ISP detective went to the Air Force Base in Fort Wayne to interview Robert on Tuesday afternoon to get a statement from him about the leaked information. The goal was to, 1, gather the photos that he had and make sure that they were deleted from his phone, and 2, find out who gave him the photos and who he gave the photos to. Robert Fortson met with ISP detective but refused to answer any questions and stated that he wanted an attorney. Good for him. Soon after that, we had our phone conference between the four of us. At 10 p.m. last night, Robert committed suicide. 1 self-inflicted gunshot wound. He is married and has a teenage daughter. The initial information that I have is that his wife stated that he was worried sick about being in this situation. And the last info that I have is that Robert stated to his wife that if I could just be honest or come clean about where I got the photos, I will be okay. That's totally contradicting in itself right there, Nicholas. I am not sure if this is the appropriate way to notify everyone of this, but it is 4 a.m. and this is the latest in bizarre twists in the case. This is getting serious and way out of control, gentlemen. If you have additional information about this leak, please forward it on to me or ISP Detective Holman. Yeah, I'd give him anything immediately. I do not want to get another phone call like this that Mitch or someone else involved in this leak has hurt themselves or someone else. Well, what the fuck did y'all say to him when y'all went and talked to him? How about all the media that has the photos? Did you guys go over to Court TV that leaked the fucking F tree? Did you guys go rough up Court TV that leaked the F tree? Where were you guys with Court TV? Or News Nation, who leaked it? I believe it was, Court TV. Did you guys get down to the station and rough them up too? Did you guys go to their workplace and start questioning all of them and ask them where they got everything? You sick son of a bitches. Fuck out of here. No double standards on this channel. And you're welcome, Nick. I didn't dox your cell phone number here. I kind of covered it up for you. We wouldn't any one of those streetwalkers to be calling you this late at night. And then here she comes. 6:59 a.m. October 12th. Gentlemen, this is beyond tragic. Once again, I'm at a loss for words. I am deeply concerned that Mr. Allen's defense is being compromised by all these recent events. Wait, what recent events? This ain't nothing new. But okay. So Mr. Allen's defense is compromised because somebody broke in, if you want to call it break in, stole something. Like, I could go to Wendy's right now and go steal from Wendy's. I mean, they're going to go fire the manager of Wendy's because I went and stole. Fuck. No, you'd have to prove that the Wendy's manager was in on me stealing. That's how that would whole like transpire. But so back over here to Sweet Sue. I will have my staff schedule a hearing in Fort Wayne for next Thursday, October 19th at 2 p.m. to discuss these recent developments and the upcoming hearing on October 31st. I will have a transport order. Blah, 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 blah. Please arrange your schedules. Blah, blah, blah. Right here, Mr. Rosie and Mr. Baldwin, please cease work on Mr. Allen's case until we meet on the 19th. Bitch, what? Excuse me? Cease work. Cease work? What the fuck are you talking about? What does that even mean? Cease work. Good boy. Good doggy. Okay. So the best question is that, all right, that happened now. When was my live that I had where Rick Snay came in here acting like a fucking idiot? Would love to know that date. Okay. Number one. So let's actually back this all the way up. Logic is so Mitch stole these. And I am being told that if you wanted these, you had to pay for these. So everybody that got them, how much did you pay for them? Stellar. I was told y'all had to pay for them. So how much did y'all pay for them? Mitch stole them, took them. How the hell does Mitch know this Robert Fordson or whatever? How do they know each other? Okay. Also, not only that, but how is Baldwin? Do you think Baldwin, his good friend is the Mitch guy? Okay. But how does Mitch know Robert? Okay. So, and then all these other people that got them, right? But nobody's like, going over to mainstream media and saying, hey, Court TV, why'd you guys put out the F tree? You know what I'm saying? Like, mainstream media put out the F tree. And then just Rick Snay went around on local, he did a tour de moron move and just went on people's YouTube channels saying that he had them and was describing them. Like, what a fucking moron. You know what I mean? Like, that's just so stupid. And way to get yourself caught up in that. But so I was told that you had to pay for them. If you wanted them, you had to pay for them. Is that extortion? I have no idea. But Baldwin has no idea who any of these people are. Baldwin didn't put this out. What did Baldwin do? You'd have to prove that he was part of this. You have to prove that. You understand that? And I can promise you that's not going to be able to be proven. Because like I said, what defense attorney would ever, okay? They just nailed it out of the park. Went balls to the walls for this man. Did all this stuff, got it all like perfect. And they're going to go just give out crime scene photos. Yeah, that's what I would do after I did all my amazing work for like 9 straight months. That's exactly what I would do. Like, where's people's brains? Sorry, no. Okay. This was a follow the money. Okay. So a guy that was a really good friend of Baldwin, right? In order to, you would have to approach somebody that knew Baldwin very, very well, that you thought that you could be possibly able to pull this off. Okay, that he would ever want to do that. Mitch. Well, why is Mitch's affidavit sealed and we can't see it? Because you know, if it was slamming the defense, we'd be seeing it. So I would love to see Mitch's affidavit. Baldwin doesn't know the guy that committed suicide. I put Rick Snay's 1 week. I don't know. Somebody threw it in chat there. That's what I would put on that. But so let me ask you then the really, really tough question here, which is, so I think I said it last week. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I can't remember, but I said, wait a second. So how did the murder sheet get did they pay for him? Oh no, this Robert guy, he can't, how does, wait, what? I was told the only way that you would have had these is if you paid for them. So I call bullshit. All y'all motherfuckers paid for that shit. And prove me wrong. Prove me wrong that you didn't pay for it. Show your Cash App. Show your bank records for the past month. Y'all bought that shit. And then y'all got yourselves in trouble. I'm sorry. I just can't. Just idiots. Just idiots. See, I just can't fuck with idiots, man. Like, even like hot people and you're an idiot, I just can't. Like, I try so hard and I just can't do it. Like, when someone doesn't know how to say, I'll get the flignet mignon to eat, I act like I get sick. I'm like, oh my God, I don't feel good and I have to leave. I just can't fuck with idiots. I've tried so many times with people that have been sexy too, and I just can't. So I'm over here at a loss for words though, because this timeline is horrible. People that don't know the truth out there, it's like, this timeline is, I mean, the defense has done absolutely nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. Let me just show you this. So I went and got this out too. Goodness. God bless America with all this crap. I was just blown to bits when I read this shit. If I had a better voice, I'd read it all for you guys. Oh. I mean, they're like, they're tasing Richard Allen. They're tasing him. Here we go. This one. Do you know that meeting that they had at, think it was like 12:30 on the 19th. The reason that that meeting ever even happened is because like Gall's lying. Richard Allen's defense team wrote everybody like an email, and it was after that she contacted and said, everybody meet at 12:30 in Chambers. Okay. So, if Richard Allen's defense team doesn't reach out on that like 17th or 18th, there would have never been the meet and greet before the 2:00 hearing, which is interesting. I'm going to find here we go. Got it. So these are all everything that's been filed, the chronological case summary. And so when I was going through, we get to $14. $6. It's like 623. Here we go. Yeah, here it is. So those people from the murder sheet, they put their stamp on it. So they started using that Allen Superior US Delphi thing. You can go get stuff. And so everything was going to be, public. And then all of a sudden, motions were being filed. Right here is where everything goes to shit. Yeah, you can't see it on here. Where's the Franks here? See how it's not 918 isn't on here. Back here. Ooh, nope. Oh. Yeah, here we go. She pulled all this shit from the these are exhibits. She pulled all of this stuff off of the so you could not get it off of the public. After she goes and makes her own order, she's like, "Here, guys, come over here to this website. You get it." Well, then she just starts fucking yanking shit down. I just can't even believe. These are all the exhibits, though. So it should be right here on the 18th. That's not 918. That's not. Supplemental motion for Frank's hearing here on the 10th, or on 10/2. Then she just goes wackadoo. Right here. See this? Correspondence from court file. That's their automated e-notice issued to parties. So that's everything about, oops, wait, there it is. This is all that stuff around there. And that's just the day before all that, like, hey, this is when the discovery, everything, November 1st. Then literally. So, but just think about this. If you're going based off of the dates of everything being sent, on the 6th is when like she knew about the leak, this leak. So 10-3, defendant's additional Frank's notice, motion filed. 10-10, motion to quash filed. Motion to quash filed. Response to petition filed. That's from the state. Response to petition filed. State's response to defendant's verified motion to immediate transfer. But yeah, somebody had just, right here on the 12th. So that's that email. This is the correspondence is right here. When she gets the email about the Robert Fortson issue. Let's see. Then I'm trying to keep this in order. There we go. Crazy broad. Okay. Status hearing. Affidavit right here. This is the one. Affidavit. That affidavit right there. And then you have where is Mitch's? I want to see that. Wait for it. Then she just goes, order issued. So she ordered, I don't know if you guys know this, but is granted as the state is not entitled to such records. So they're not getting his medical stuff. I don't know if you guys know that. I'm sure if you guys are following, but wanted to point that out. The defendant's motion to suppress and supplement motions to suppress, as well as the state's response, will be set for hearing upon resolution of the defense Frank's motion. Prior to the scheduled hearing, the state attorneys Rosie and Baldwin advised the court that they will be withdrawing the representation of the defendant. $10.26. No, they didn't. Counsel ordered to comply with the previous entered protective order on discovery and are ordered to turn the discovery over in full to the state of Indiana to be made available to successor counsel. Then and look at what they said here. Where was it? Order issued 27th. Court notice. Court notes the former, like, boom, she no action. 27th, media coverage. Here it is. In light of unauthorized filming and broadcasting of pre-hearing activities in the courtroom, right here. See Court TV? The court has received requests for media coverage of the October 31st, 2023 9 a.m. hearing from the following media outlets: News Nation, Law and Crime, Court TV, and Channel 13. In light of the unauthorized filming and broadcasting of pre-hearing activities in the courtroom on October 19th, the court denies this request in full. So when people want to say, oh my God, you YouTubers, man, the fucking mainstream media is ruining it for everybody. Mainstream media. There it is, right there, black and white. Bunch of fucking fuck jobs. The fuck are y'all doing? I'm sorry, but start finding them. Start finding them. Hit them in the pockets. It shit pisses me off. It's like a kid, you want them to stop doing something. Here, I'm taking your electronics away. You're not doing that. You're not doing things that you like. You're not doing things that, you guys, so why should we all fucking kick them out? Don't want them in the fucking courtroom. Get bent. Bullshit. So there you go. It's in black and white. There you go. That's why we didn't have on the 31st. Good job, Court TV, News Nation, Law and Order, whoever the fuck you are. Whoever was the broadcaster, you guys are woohoo. Fine the fucks. That's what I would do. Treat them like the NFL. Fine them. 27 hearing, jury trial. She's going to take all that down. Okay. What else is in my bag of goodies over here? Exhibit B. Exhibit C. Oh, there you go. There's Kevin Greenlee and those people. They're the ones that just basically outed Sugar Tits. Exhibit D. These are all of their exhibits to the Supreme Court of Indiana. Anyways, I was reading through them and I'm just like, yeah, they're toast. Total toast. So, now for my bombshell before I go to bed. So, I'm going through like so many documents. And I want to show you guys something. About to blow your minds. Okay. Let's see how big I can make that. I might have to just grab the color one and say, fuck it. Probably. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, wait, that one might work. Okay. Check this shit out. All right. This is obviously a door. And this is plexiglass that was busted. Okay. So, I want you to pay attention to the shape that's in this part of the door here. Okay. I'm going to back it all the way up. Let's go like this. All right. Do you guys see this? It's like that shape. All right. So what I went and pulled is this is the Burlington, Iowa Police Department supplemental crime report. This is everything. Okay. I put it all together. All right. And I wanted to look at the 5 pieces of plexiglass. And with the crime scene photos. Okay. And so this is taken. And then this is, I'm going to have to go like this. Do you see where it says States Exhibit 12 right there? Okay. Zoom in. Do you see that chunk that's out right there? Like this. See how it's dipped down like that? I have this in color, but this is just for my markings. Okay, do you see that? So this is the door. It's the same side of the door. Okay. Well, when I went through this motherfucker, I said, I got him. I fucking got him. See, there's no dip down. See this jagged piece like this? Just like that. And this thing is like a whole big hopping all along. And it has like a chunk out. I said, oh my fucking... I said, they fucking changed the pieces out. And so that they could do, when they had to do the placing of the shoe print, they needed, because they had already collected everything, okay? Then they went ahead and they planted the shoe print evidence, and they had to take another photo, okay? They put the wrong motherfucking piece in the wrong fucking place. Boom! Suck my titties! Boom! I got him! Hot damn. That's about worth 50 mil. What a bunch of fucks. Gotcha. TKO. And I was matching stuff up with where is it? They went back to the house on the 11th. How do you have these? FOIA. Holy shit. Then I went back. Let me grab those. Then I was, because I said that this door, it was open when they kicked it. It wasn't closed when they kicked it. The reason I took this picture is to show that there was no damage. So see right here? It was unlocked. There's no damage to this door to kick it in, all right? The door was open, and so that's why the plexiglass, because I'm going to show you guys the video, the plexiglass was on both sides because the door was open like that when it was kicked, not closed tight in its closed position. Because if it would have been in its closed position, the pieces of plexiglass would have been in different places. But if it's open, it's going to be how it is. So number one, it was kicked in when it was open. Number two, they fucked up and I caught him. And they went back to the crime scene and they fucking did this on 5/11. And how do I find that? Because I then went and got these puppies. Burlington, Iowa Police Department evidence record. The chain of custody. And $511.93. Sealed sack containing left shoe, sealed sack containing right shoe, because it was at totally different place. And they took it to the, lab. Check this out. $511.93. Okay. Now what you do is on this side is what you label it, whatever you did when you were gathering it. So I said, okay, one sealed containing wallet. That was labeled C. The G phone was D. The phone base E. Then I noticed that there was a space here, and I was like, why? Like, you're just going in order. Like, why are you spacing those? But 6 sealed sacks containing pieces of plexiglass, G1 through G5. Okay? But they're labeled from the lab J. So hold on. So then this is okay. So then this is the labs papers. So on May 11th, received from Detective Grimshaw at 2:10. Okay. So I'll double check my paperwork here. 2:10. 2:10, they're switching off their stuff. A, one sealed envelope containing 2. Okay. C, Spalding, left shoe. D, sealed sack containing 1 Spalding tennis shoe. Then see this right here? Why would this be written, okay, in between these two? If you're taking them all at the same time, okay, if you're taking these all at the same time to take them, you would be writing this up above it. This is what you would write at the closing of it. The following exhibit was received at 2:10 p.m. on May 11th, 1993 in person from Detective Grimshaw for the Burlington Police Department by, what do you mean in person? By the evidence technician. And we go in right here. The 6 sealed sacks containing pieces of plexiglass. Then I said, here is one of them, to show you one of them. This was collected, okay, and taken 5/8/1993, 2:43. And that matches the report. This is different handwriting, different pen. It says States Exhibit 25. Plexiglass from side door point of entry to be printed. This side up, okay? I said, why would that have to be separately given to homie? What's up with that? That doesn't make any sense to me. Well, figured out why. They had the crime scene for a week. They were doing all types of shit between 2:43 and 3 or 4:10, and nothing from 4:10 to 6. But the thing that they forgot to do, they forgot that they video recorded, and they forgot that they hit the fucking camera, or they hit the fucking clocks when they were going through. And they have so much unaccounted time, like what the fuck were you doing type of thing. And you're so, but I said, what the fuck are they doing? Like what's like, what the fuck? Because you didn't have the tennis shoes yet on the morning of 5/8. You know what I mean? Like you didn't have the tennis shoes yet, but you served a search warrant at Joe's on 5/9, and you got the tennis shoes on 5/9. Let's take a look. Take a look at the video. Share screen. Share video. Let's see.
stated that at that point.
Here we go. Let's see what we got. Okay. Now I had to go to the transcripts. And the transcripts I had to pull up when he testified to the plexiglass. I want to draw your attention again to the back door area. And I'm going to hand you what has been marked for identification, say exhibit number 25, and ask you if you recognize that particular item. Okay. Yeah, this is also a piece of plexiglass that was located. Okay, that was located at the door in the kitchen area. Okay. So then he goes from 25, 26, 27. So 25, 26, and 27, he testifies that those were the ones that were laying on the ground. Okay. And at 28 and 29 and 30, he's testifying it's also a piece of plexiglass from the rear door of the residence. Exhibit 30, exhibit 28, another piece of plexiglass that was located in the back door in the kitchen area of Mr. Culp's residence. This is a piece of plexiglass that was also in the door of the back door to the kitchen of Mr. Culp's residence. So I had to distinguish which ones he was trying to say were where. Okay. Then he asks, this is a money question that he asks him. Now, in your investigation, you collected those and sealed them. He asks him, and he says, yes. Yes, I did. And what did you do with them? I first photographed them as I found them in the residence. Some of the pieces were still on the door, in the window frame area. Others had been broken out, were located on the floor of the kitchen area. Did you notice anything significant on any of those pieces? Yes. What was that? I found on 2 of the pieces of plexiglass a dust or dirt impression of what appeared to be, or what appeared to me to be a tennis shoe print. Okay. One which I thought was the ball area of the tennis shoe, and the other, it was located on 2, right here, 2 separate pieces of plexiglass. I found on 2 of the pieces of plexiglass a dust or a dirt impression of what appeared to me to be a tennis shoe print. Well, what 2 pieces, right? Based upon your observations of that, what did you do? I photographed all of the plexiglass and specifically the shoe print that I located. That's nowhere to be found. And then packaged those up. Okay. And those were transported by myself to the DCI lab in Des Moines. You guys see that? You guys see that? Now we go back. The following exhibit was received at 2:10 p.m. in person from Detective Grimshaw for the Burlington Police Department. In person from Detective Grimshaw for the Burlington Police Department by Marcia Morton, evidence technician. So he took them. But why are we making such a big deal about this again? I mean, aren't you taking everything? Like, what's going on? So, hang tight. So, right here. He says, what did you do before you did anything? Okay. Where does he say he did that, though? Oh, here you go. Lieutenant Grimshaw, with regard to the video we are going to play, could you describe briefly to the jury what the video depicts? Shortly after I arrived at the residence, the morning I was called in, I first took after discussion with the officers, getting briefed on what occurred and what information they had. The first thing I did after taking an initial view of the residence myself, before photographing or disturbing anything around or in the residence, I videotaped the exterior and the interior of the residence. Best right there. Boom. Now, proceed, Lana. Proceed. Here we go. Ready? And now, add. So there you can see those are on the ground. He was playing over the door. May 8th, 1993 at Orly Cups. So the order that he says he does the videotape, okay? And then he starts taking the photographs. All right, here we go. And ready? Yeah. All right, guys. See you next time. Boom. Sick liars. Grisham, I'm coming for you.